a fan who wants to hit the player with a pole, and another one threw a toy car on the pitch and drove it around. Here are 28 of the craziest fans in football. And let's start with this one, who wanted to whip the player after a loss. But this is just the beginning. The toy car in the stadium is still to come. Our next moment, however, was also very funny. This fan complained about Garnacho's time wasting and said he was only doing dives. Di Maria was also greeted with boos from the Manchester United fans on his return and beer bottles. He pretended to drink it and then took his revenge in his very own way. But now for a really crazy scene.
Bastia qui tient tête au quadruple champion de France.
Ah, il a pris un bâton sur la tête, Lucas.
Ah oui, Lucas qui s'est écroulé. Eh oui, on a vu tout à l'heure l'arbitre.
The fan hit the player. Hey, what's wrong with people?
Parce que ça plaît pas à certains supporters aussi de voir.
Some people are fighting for the attention of Cristiano Ronaldo. He loves his fans, but he has also had bad experiences with some of them. And it didn't get any better here either. Skillfully dodged, but there was another one. Ronaldo was really pissed off, and I can tell you, our number one is a moment where Ronaldo was pissed off even more because a fan hurt him. If you gotta go crazy, then rather do it like these two here. Or like this streaker. He dodges everyone and hugs a player who has to laugh about the whole situation. But now to a scene that made a whole team angry. 80th minute of this game in England. Rotherham was leading, but a penalty was awarded to Orkrington.
That'll be a handball, that's why he sent it off, stopped it from going in the net.
The fan runs onto the pitch and kicks the ball away to disrupt the penalty taker's concentration.
Yeah, we don't need this. This is the last thing we need.
And can you guess what happened? The distraction worked and the goalie saved the kick. And someone else who the fans drove crazy during a penalty,
and Hart saves, and Messi puts the header wide, and it stays at 2-1.
Neymar, who got into a spat with Manchester City fans.
Stop it! Stop it!
And just as a reminder, the toy car is yet to come. Our number 19, where an entire stadium drove Timo Werner crazy. The stadium of Besiktas Istanbul, one of the loudest in the world, and when Leipzig visited there, Timo Werner had his problems. He had earplugs brought to him, but then threw them away again because he didn't hear anything, and then had to leave the pitch because of health issues and ear problems. Not so this Chelsea fan, who made fun of the opposing goalkeeper after a late equalizer.
Oh, that's an error at the back! Chelsea level it late! Madrid!
But in this scene, there was almost a brawl between the Lyon players and their own fans. Lyon had just made it through the last 16 of the Champions League. Everyone should be celebrating. But then the Ultras called Lyon player Marcelo a donkey, and Captain Depay was not pleased at all and tore the poster out of the fan's hand. Marcelo also showed the middle finger, and even more fans ran onto the pitch, and Depay had to be held back.
Upset, angry, I don't know what to say.
Not the first time Lyon fans have driven players mad.
He's been thrown out at Neymar. Got to stop this. He's quite right to say to the referee, shame on Lyon.
But Neymar had the perfect answer here. Unlike England in this game.
England, Gerrard's pass, it's Heskey! And it's a good pass, picks out Lampard. Can't slip it through to Rooney, Defoe. Oh, and almost picked out Rooney. likely not live long in the memory.
Nice to see home fans booing it. That's what we're supporting.
On to our number 14, and it got wild here too. The final seconds of the Manchester Derby, the score was 2-2.
His first Manchester derby. Van Persie took a deflection. Oh, he's done it! It's Van Persie! Thank goodness!
But in the slow motion, we see how Ferdinand was hit by a coin.
Relationship between these two clubs. That is horrible.
And even after the final whistle, the atmosphere didn't cool down. And if you have to throw coins, hey, then throw them onto the subscribe button. Speaking of Manchester United, Ronaldo played there too, and during his return in 2022, this embarrassing moment for the fan. She just wanted to ask for a photo, but the halftime break might not be the best time for that. Hey, which coach is not liked by many? Jose Mourinho. So it's not surprising that a fan ran onto the pitch to show him and the Chelsea team who's boss. Yeah, did not end well for him. Goalkeeper Magnon wasn't happy here either. He tells the ref, hey, the fans behind me are calling me a monkey all the time, and just a few minutes later...
Mike Magnon is... No, I think there's something going on with the crowd, and the referee saying, hold on a minute, let's go and have a word with the stewards and the people in charge of the stadium.
His teammates and opponents came to him to encourage him, and he continued to play, but such scenes we don't really want to see in football anymore. At least nobody was hurt, in contrast to this scene. In the Champions League, Inter and Milan met, and Milan goalkeeper Dida was hit by a Bengalo. Before that, there were wild scenes as well, where up upon the referee stopped the game and Milan progressed to the next round. And now to the fan who drove a toy car around the field. At the beginning of 2024, the DFL was considering allowing an investor to get a stake of the German Football League, and the fans were not at all enthusiastic about this, and there were always protests at games. We all remember the tennis balls. But not only tennis balls were thrown during the Bremen vs Cologne match, but also a remote-controlled toy car. A funny moment, unlike our number 1, where a fan made Ronaldo really angry. But first, our moment number 8. West Ham had just scored the decisive goal against Alkmaar when suddenly Alkmaar Ultras broke through the barricade and attacked the friends and families of the West Ham players.
Yeah, really unfortunate scenes, frightening scenes too for those involved.
Now for a really wild moment, when a player got a red card because of his own fans.
Opa, o Fabrício ficou na bronca com a galera. Enlouqueceu o Fabrício completamente o jogo. Correndo e ele... Opa, Fabrício. Não. Aí ele...
He was no longer interested in playing for the club and was loaned to Cruzeiro 6 days later. And our next moment was also a tough one. The player literally went after the fans. Toni Leisner played for Dresden for years, and then after some other clubs ended up in Hamburg. There he was playing against his old club Dresden, but then during this interview, why was he freaking out? He and his family were massively insulted, and he wasn't going to put up with it.
Wie emotional ist das für dich? Ja, schon.
We are in our top 5. And what a day for Sparta Rotterdam's goalkeeper. He made outstanding saves against Vitesse, including a penalty. And in injury time, a drunk fan ran onto the pitch. The goalkeeper remained unimpressed, and look how relaxed the guy can walk around on the pitch, and the steward doesn't even care at all. And it didn't get any better.
Oh, nu wordt ook Gooien geraakt.
The game was cancelled, all because of a few idiots. Neymar thought the same thing. He's often teased by many opposing fans, like here, when he was pelted with popcorn. And that from his own fans. But now the top 3. Here we have some wild moments.
I have to say, I would like to see him get sent off, but that should be a yellow for Ashley Williams without a shadow of a doubt. See as Lopez claims it.
This fan starts wrestling with a little kid in his arm. I mean, some people are really insane.
And all stemming from a really unnecessary moment from Ashley Williams.
Just like this fan here. What was going on with that guy? He acts like he wants to hug and then kicks the players. And our number 1, the fan who drove Ronaldo crazy. The guy wanted a picture and slightly injured Ronaldo's ankle in the process. Some people you just can't take into the stadium. And hey, if you want to see football world records that will never be broken, then watch this video.